Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Neverwinter Nights. I am ready to enter the host tower, so let's do it.
I greet you!
I have a pass right here. I am an ambassador from Mullerod. What? Let me see that. Well, it's affixed with the seal. That's magical, so it can't be forged. Very well then, sir. My apologies. The Brotherhood have quite a few dignitaries arrived within the last couple weeks, but none of them from so far away. No matter, you may cross.
I don't think I can do that. Sorry.
A moment of your time before you enter the tower.
Hail and well met. I will need to see your pass, if you would be so kind.
Here you go. That seems excessively far, an excessively far distance to travel. I have been informed of no invitation made to the Mullerondi. We're certainly not expecting you. You dare question me? Of course not, my lord. Tempus knows the wizards have been getting quite enough visitors since the fighting stopped. Allow me to open the door for you then. I suggest you take the empty suite just inside the door on the right, my lord. You will have to wait with the other ambassadors for someone to come and get you. I warn you now that it may be a while before anyone comes. A new Archmage Arcane was appointed after the fighting in the tower, but I understand things are still quite chaotic. I would also suggest you not to venture out past the main chamber. The fighting might be over, but the wizards would mistake you for an intruder if you went where you were not permitted. Right now they are not in the mood to ask questions. I'm sure you understand. I have some questions. I suppose there's no harm in that. Go ahead, my lord. Who is this new Archmage Arcane? Well, the Archmage used to be Arklam Breath. He's gone now, and while I know someone has taken his place, I don't know who that is. The former Archmage is dead then. Most likely he died in the fighting, but I don't really know. You mentioned fighting? I suppose outsiders wouldn't know much about it, would you? The wizards were killing each other in the tower up until recently. I don't know what started it, but I'm certainly glad I wasn't involved. The most important thing is it's over now, though the tower's still a mess. Why all the tight security? The Brotherhood has always had... The Brotherhood has always had tight security, my lord. They prefer their business to be their own. I'm sure that even at the height of the fighting, half of Luskan wasn't even aware of it. That's just the way it is. Tell me about the host tower. Well, it's a large place, my lord. They say it's been here long before the city was, that it was magically made long time ago. The Brotherhood made it their home about 20 or so years back. The former Archmage Arcane made Luskan what it is now. I don't know much about the place. We guards don't go inside it usually, and don't mix with the wizards folks, which is fine by me. Have you heard of someone named Mogrin? Someone named Mogrin arrived here a long time ago, asked to speak to the wizards, been here ever since, but I've never seen or heard him in that time. Might be dead, I suppose. Just how large is the tower? I have no idea, my lord. Frankly, I'm not even sure the wizards do. They don't get about the tower like normal folk, with stairs and halls and such. There are these lights that teleport them about the rooms. Tempus knows how they figure out who's allowed where, or where they want to go. If you see one of those teleporter lights inside, I wouldn't play with it. Like I said, you may end up somewhere within the tower, and that wouldn't be good. Fare you well, my lord. Great, you have traps right here in the main chamber. That seems a little rude because that might straight up kill one of your guests. Unless that's the point. read that.
Who are you? One of the servants to these damnable wizards, I hope. I have waited longer than I like.
I am the ambassador from Mullerod. I have never heard of that place you speak of. Cannot be important. If the wizards see you before me, I shall be furious indeed. I have waited long enough. Who are you? I am Yanasha of the Urkhart Elk tribe. I have come to speak to those wizards at their own invitation, though they seem intent to keeping me waiting. What do you mean? I mean that those fools wish to curry favor with the Elk tribe, and are doing a foul job of it. I despise waiting, yet it is all I seem to do here. Can I ask you some questions? Questions, is it? Why would Yanasha answer any of your questions, man? The business of the Elk tribe is not your own. There is no harm in talking, is there? I suppose there is not, at that. I have little else to do, since the fool wizards have left me to my own devices. Go ahead and ask your questions, if you must. Why are you here exactly? I'm here at the request of Mogrim, the new Archmage Arcane of the Brotherhood. He's been meeting with many ambassadors, I understand. Tell me about this Mogrim. He does not seem a normal wizard to me, though that is saying little. He seems more of a madman, a servant to some strange power. What the power might be, I do not know, nor does it matter truly if the wizard lives up to his word. What promise has he made to you? I'll suffer none of your lowlander spying. If Mogrim gets what he wants, the Elk tribe gets what we want. That is all what you need to know. What does he want, do you know? That I do know. He hopes to gather the forces of the North, the Elk tribe and the Orcs and whoever else he can master, and combine them with the might of the wizards to form a great army. And what is the army for? To ravage the North, but especially to pluck the ripe fruit that is the city of Neverwinter. As the wizard tells it, it shall be led by that woman Aribeth, a traitor to her own kind, who knows the enemy well. Their fall shall be swift. Aribeth? Aye, I have met the elven woman but once. A terrible and fearsome foe, she seems. The army will follow her gladly, I think. You trust a traitor to lead an army? If the elven wench steps out of line, she'll not get far. I am assured by Mogrim, however, that this Aribeth is quite firmly under his control. You think your people will agree? Most likely, why not? To be a part of such a powerful force would be glorious indeed. We shall ravage the north with these wizards. To tell it true, the Elk tribe already masters. The deal is done, as they say. Okay, goodbye. I go, and tell the wizards if you see them, as I grow impatient.
All right, dear. I'm getting to it.
Okay, so apparently Aribeth has switched sides, which, to be honest, does not seem to make that much sense to me, unless she has been magically compelled to do that. Because sure, she despises the commoners of Neverwinter for destroy the intruder.
Let's have at it!
Wow, their golems can cast spells? That's pretty weird, but also strangely impressive. She despises the commoners of Neverwinter for wanting Fentic's blood. He was like, technically speaking, it was capital punishment, but it was pretty close to a lynch in the sense that it was only done to appease the mob and to avoid like a riot or something. So sure, she despises the commoners of Neverwinter and might actually secretly kind of hope that they get slaughtered or something. But that doesn't necessarily that doesn't necessarily, or to be honest at all, from my perspective, transfer to joining in with the cult, because the cult specifically was the reason why any of this happened. You know, Desta worked for them. This book is a small journal of sorts that does not appear to have been used for a long time. The entries appear to have been made by Lady Aribeth. Of particular notice the last. Mogrim has assigned me quarters with the other ambassadors, though I do not know for how long. He tells me that he serves a greater power, and hints that I will come to revere this being far more than I ever did Tyr. I do not know if this is true. I am not sure of anything anymore except that I have fallen out of love with my lord, my people and my god. I am alone in a world where there is no justice and no hope, and I cannot get those thoughts out of my head. They burn my every waking moment and whisper to me in my dreams. I shall go mad, I think, if I am not mad already. To do the wrong thing seems far better, however, than to do nothing at all. I am on a path now, and it goes only forward. Perhaps at its end I shall find my own justice, and the dreams will stop. I can only hope. Okay, so it definitely kinda seems like she was also possibly losing her mind, which obviously could potentially serve as an explanation to this.
I'm all done here.
Why you come here? Me important orc! Not want to be disturbed! All wizards need is King Arbor, me says! They not need yous!
What do you mean? Orcs many, orcs powerful. Wizards no need others, only great Obald many arrows. Greatest chieftain he is. Who is this Obald you keep mentioning? You knows nothing. King Obald many arrows be greatest chieftain of the orcs. He have the largest clans. He call other clans to come for war. Great army. Wizards be happy if wizards be smart. What do wizards need you for? Me not tells. Me on important business. Speak only to wizards. Can I ask you some questions? Me not say nothing. Me important orc, great warrior. Obald many arrows sent me to speak important stuff. Me only. Of course, I knew you were important right away. You're pretty smart. King Obald Many Arrow trusts me. Me is that important. Maybe you're not so bad. You go and ask your questions. Have you heard of anyone named Mogrim? Me come to represent Obald Many Arrows. Speak to Mogrim. He new big wizard of the tower, me knows. New Archmage Arcane. He asked me to come. Tell me about him. Mogrim very powerful for a human, very dangerous. He has much magic, he does. Serves someone else too, me knows. Me not know who he serves, but he is greater power than even him. Many wizards now say serve the same one as the Mogrim does. With all the power that Mogrim has, orcs only do good by his side. If human lives up to the bargain, that is. What has he offered you? Me likes you, but me not tells you that. You get your own deal with the wizard. And what does he want, do you know? Mogrim makes a great army, makes an army out of humans in the city, out of barbarians, out of orcs too, many orcs. Wizards have great magic and fight in army. It be very powerful. What is this army for? To conquer, we take the north, we be promised. First we take the human city of Neverwinter though. Mogrim wants Neverwinter very bad. Mogrim said army led by an elf woman. Me not like that so much. Elves be dumb and tasty, not good leaders. Mogrim say elf woman Aribeth lead for sure though. How do you know that's true? Mogrim tells me himself. Me got no reason to think he lie. Why tell orcs that elves going to lead him? If lie be big, dumb lie. Okay. Why do you have a golem here? It come with room. Wizards say to protect me. Me no need protection though, me great warrior. You go, you tell the wizards how important me is. Yeah, I might rob you actually. I have considered killing them, but technically they are ambassadors. That would be a war crime if I did kill them.
Time for a bit of the game. Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah!
To it. To Cassie! Oh, excuse my Elvin.
Now you can stand before me!
Yeah! Dear, I'm to Cassie. Oh, excuse my Elvin. Goddess, take you now!
Time for a bit of the game. Yeah!
The stones on the pillar before you glow with magical radiance. Which level do you choose? To be honest, if there's a choice, why wouldn't I go straight to the top?
Time for a bit of the game.
Stand before me! Go!
This battle shall not be lost.
I'm getting to it. Cassie! Oh, excuse my Elvin. I'm all done here.
Time for a bit of the game.
An intruder? Do you have any idea who I am, fool? I am Over-Wizard Blaskar Loudthonon, and you shall regret our meeting. Third portal stone. Fifth floor portal stone. Sixth floor portal stone. Wow, there's a lot of floors. I will actually go in order of the floors, but that's just because I, as the player, do want to kill them all for experience and such. Mogrim's forces have completely taken over the North Tower. Archmage Arklem is nowhere to be found. How did Mogrim gain so many followers without being noticed? It is beyond belief. Deltagar has commanded us to turn loose the experiments. With luck, they will be more trouble for Valinda and her men than for us. If you find this and have not succumbed to Mogrim's lies, flee the tower immediately. Do not fall into his hands. The secrets of the Brotherhood will not be lost. We shall return. That's the same, right? Yes. This thick volume is filled with numerous plans and numerous details on the planar experiments the Arcane Brotherhood had been performing at the request of the Archmage Arklem Grieth. Most of the entries goes into exhaustive detail. It seems that the wizards have attuned several portals to the Abyss and the Hellish Plains, attempting to research the eternal blood war being carried on by the demons and devils. No conclusion seems to have been drawn, but it's pointed out in several places that one curious property of the portals is that their attunement is easily disrupted by material of the opposing planes. One wizard warns of trying to actually send material from one plane through the wrong portal. Because it could be highly destructive. Okay, so it basically tells me how to close those portals. I need to find something from like the celestial planes, which was already kind of demonstrated at High Captain Kurz.
Fight with me!
This book explains that the focus of a lab found us on this level is to summon a powerful weapon. The arcane ritual appears to mention 2 ingredients to be placed within the alchemist's apparatus, a gargoyle's skull and a slashed tongue. It is not clear which spell is to be the catalyst, but the final line reads, "Dispel the magical essence from the components, that you may reap your reward." I would prefer to first close the portals, because they are pretty annoying. Do those creatures themselves come from opposite realms? I'm not sure. Probably not, although they are fighting. Like, just to make sure, dropping an eye into it probably does nothing, right?
Hey there, dear. What can
Put the Quasit's eye in the flames. Appears to be unaffected, does not disappear, nor does it appear to have singed in any fashion. But I think this is where the Quasits come from, so I guess the opposite would be the other one. I'll try to do that. It is an option, so it might do something. There is a bright flash as the Quasit's eye is swallowed by the flames. Alright, so I just need to find a piece of an imp to throw into the other one. Okay, so now the question is, do I have a dispo at any level? Oh, I get another 6th level spell. Great Dispelling. But I don't want to... Do I have a regular Dispel? I don't want to waste a 6th level slot for that. 1d6 per caster level? What? That's insane! That's like 60 damage. That's pretty awesome. Do I have a Dispel at any of the lower levels? Perhaps. Dispel Magic, level 3. Okay, so it wants a slat's tongue. And the gargoyle's skull. And then it wants me to dispel that. Maybe there's a... Actually, maybe there's a wand of dispel. Nope, but there is a portal stone for the next floor, which is... nice. The journal of a minor wizard in the Brotherhood, His notes are sporadic and personal, retaining his dislike of certain tutors, his tribulations in learning magics, and his suspicions of Morgan. I should have never joined Rimardo. The Archmage disappeared almost as soon as Maugrim began his campaign in the tower. meaning that we were left to fend for ourselves. None of us thought that the man's influence would spread so deeply, yet it was. After all of the fighting was done, I found myself on the losing side, so now I must slave away with Rimardo on those bloody golems. Today I finished work on the replication rod, though I surely shall receive no congratulations for it. When it is placed together with the control rod in the replication chamber, the magic starts an automatic creation cycle. A golem is formed in a fraction of the time it would once have taken. It is powerful as well. I've told Rimardo several times that we should be careful to retain control over those golems, lest they break through the magical barrier around the inner sanctum here. He doesn't heed my warnings, naturally. I would do anything not to have to slave away for that fool Mogrim anymore. This handwritten note is dated shortly before the events in the tower were likely to take place. Please inform the apprentices that they are no longer to dump their failed alchemical experiments into the sewers. One can only wonder how those potions affect the water in the city. The signature is indecipherable. Golem control. So I can create my own golems? I guess.
I don't think I can do that. Sorry.
What good is it at this point if I'm already done with this level? And I cannot tell it to like break down the door. I think I should destroy it. You attempt to strike the chamber, but your blows slide harmlessly off the invisible barrier. And two depressions are long and slender, very likely receptacles awaiting something to be placed. Okay, so I can't destroy it, you're telling me. Alright. Yeah, I don't really know what this is about, to be honest.
I don't think I can do that. Sorry.
Oh well. Are you doing anything? Are you going to open the door, maybe? Oh? I'm pretty sure this is broken. Not even attacking. It's not the most powerful of servants. Though it definitely seems like it has to be the one to destroy this golem because my weapons are wholly ineffective against it.
In the name of Sandy Moonbow!
What are you doing within the host tower? This will not be tolerated.
to you.
In the name of Sandy and Moonbow!
Well, I guess I have committed war crimes again,
Goddess, take
but
you
in
now!
fairness, he was technically hostile and I couldn't talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last war golem of your creation went berserk and killed almost an entire battalion of orcs. Needless to say, King Obald was not impressed, and sure that the next 3 war golems to deliver are more stable, or the consequences shall be unpleasant to say the least. Signed by Morgul, Archmage Arcane.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Yeah.
Actually. Because the golem is not doing anything, so I think I'll just have to leave it be.
Hello to you.
I guess they are going to be eternally locked in combat. But I think the worst is I am going to lose a little experience for it. Although I'm not even sure if I would have gotten any experience, because I'm not sure if that golem counts as technically part of my party. With that.
All right, dear. I'm getting to it. I'm all done here. All right, dear. I'm getting to it. I'm all done here. All right, dear. I'm getting to it.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah. In the neck. Yeah.
Time for a bit of the game. Hello to you. Time for a bit of the game.
I'm all done here.
I will feed on your pain and fear. I don't think so. Though in fairness, it is pretty resistant to damage.
Let's have at it!
All right, dear. I'm getting to it. I'm all done here. In the name of Saline Moonbow!
I rid the world of you!
Let's have at it! Time for a bit of the game.
Victory will be ours! Goddess, take you now!
are you? A better question, perhaps, is what are you doing in the tower? You don't seem like one of Mogrim's toadies.
Who are you? You don't know who I am, male? Well, that certainly means you aren't native to the Brotherhood. A stranger, then. So you aren't one of Mogrim's. I would know if you were one of Arklan's. The only question is then, how did you come to be this deep into the host tower? I am seeking a way to destroy the cult and its leader. A noble goal. I wouldn't put such a feat past you either. You must have managed to bypass the wards and the bridge and the guards after all. Mogrim will be no simple task to overcome, but I doubt it will deter you. Don't let me keep you from your task. I would be more than willing to answer your questions in full, but first I would ask a boon of you. Do you see that brazier? It contains a spell that keeps me from leaving. Would you be so kind as to destroy it? How do I know you're telling the truth? Do you believe I would stand here in this room for some other reason? Waiting for the odd chance you might stumble upon me, perhaps? There is no way for me to prove my words, I suppose. You're free to ask me whatever you like. Why were you imprisoned? Who are you? A wizard of the Brotherhood? A wizard? Me? Not quite. I am Nephititis, an advisor and assistant to Archmage Arklam, the deposed leader. Why would Arklam have a non-wizard as an advisor? Because I bring him certain advantages, things his wizards couldn't provide for him. Such as? You ask too many questions, Male. I shall not fill in the blanks for you. Oh, those kinds of advantages. It makes no difference, however. I'll have no more questions from you. Tell me now, will you destroy the brazier or not? I will. Worst case scenario, I just release some kind of a demon. That is a relief. Please proceed. I am eager to be away from this cramped little room.
You have done well. Mogrim will be chagrined to know that some adventurer stumbled in to rescue me from his spell. I am eager to be off in search of Arklam. It will be difficult to say where he might have hidden himself in his condition. Regardless, the tower will be ours again in time. As for you, you did your part. You freed me, and the reward is yours by right. Take this item and go. I suggest that you not still be present in the host tower when I return.
So it's a bit inconclusive as to whether that's an evil demon or just a planar being that's a supporter of the previous leader of this tower. I guess the previous leader had the advantage over Mogrim of not being a genocidal dictator that wants to destroy the entire north. So, you know, there's that.
I don't think I can do that. Sorry. All right, dear. I'm getting to it.
time for... What the... My weapon can't touch him! What the... My weapon can't touch him!
Hello to you.
I'm getting it going.
Hello to you.
Okay, this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!